Hello. I'm recording this video because I purchased some time ago your dumper, and there were two problems with this gear, and I would like to elaborate a little about one of those problems. So. First of all, sorry for the mess, and secondly, I'd like to ask you to ask any further questions if anything that I will say will be not quite understood, or if you will have any additional questions. Okay, so there were two problems with this dumper. First of all, the first problem is this part when we set this knob high. Meja, 1 second. I'm sorry. Meja, що stąd? When we use this knob and we make it hard. Sorry for the cut. So when we make this in the hard position, the force which is generated by the steering wheel is so great that this part start going down. But this issue is I heard that it's fixed, and right now I'm waiting for the new part with the screw here. As you can see, even now it's little, this part went little down, so it's nice that you fix it, because it was one of major problems. But there is another one. The problem is with this part. The problem is such that because this part is screw only with two screws, here and here, and those screws are very thin and very long, the forces which influence those screws are so great when you have this knob set at hard position, that the screws start to bend. And this is one of the problem. Another one is that in the hard position of this knob, it starts to move when you move the steering damper. When you move the steering wheel. I'm not sure if it will be visible, but I try to show you. A moment. Oh, it will be hard to show, but give me a moment, maybe I can do this. Let's try to put the phone on something, for example this. No. Maybe this. Okay, check this out. You can see that even the sticker is off. It's also because of this moving part, but you can see that the sticker moves when I move the steering wheel. Okay. I changed once those screws, so right now it's not stock screws, because they were moving also, and I thought that maybe this is the reason of too soft material. But after the change for the most hardcore screws, it doesn't matter, it moves the same. What's more, I can show you, but I'm not sure if it will be if it will be visible on the screen of the phone, but for example this screw was inside and it was in the past. It's one of the screws that was inserted in this part. I just want to show you that this screw is bent. To show it, I try to move it. As you can see, it's bent, and because of this fact it goes both ways, because it's bent. It's bent in this area. Also, I can put something near the screw. Okay. Oh shit, it's magnetic. 1 second, I have to do this another way. Maybe just to roll it like that. You can see right now. Here you can see the hole, one hole between the this screw for, what was the name in English of this? Fuck, I don't remember this word. You know, for this type of screws. So between this screw and this let's say screwdriver, you can see here is one hole between those two objects, and here is another one. So the screw is bent. It's bent because of those forces that I told you before. And one last try to show it. Okay, it's not so easy to, but anyway, I think maybe with the shadow. Let's check this out. Okay, whatever. Anyway, those screws are bent, and those hardcore black screws which are placed right now are bent too, for sure. So what can be done? In theory, there are two ways to fix this problem. One is to use those screws or those screws. So to create new block of material which will be wider and goes here or here. But the problem is this screw goes to plastic, and it's almost certain that it will break. And this screw is very short, and because of that I think it's also impossible to use it because it breaks too. The only way and the only solution to fix this problem is to create, there are two ways. First way is to drill 4 holes in this side, same as in this side. And with those 4 holes in both sides, we can add additional element which goes from this place. It will be screw here, and it will goes down here, and it will ends up here. So we will use this hole and new longer screw to screw it here. So when we will have both those new elements, one here and one on the other side, then this element won't be able to wobble like that, because right now it do this kind of movement, like that. So to fix it, there is a need of new element very similar to this one, just with additional screws. So as I said, 4 screws here, 4 holes, 4 screw hole here, screw holes, and 4 screw holes here, like they are at this moment in this element. The only difference, there will be few difference. First of all, those screws, those 4 screws in this side must be longer, because here we have one element, this one. So if you want to place here another one, those screws need to be longer. This is the first thing. In this place, I think we can use even those size of screw, this size of screw of those screws, because here there will be only this element who goes there. But anyway, there is a need of some kind of element which will goes there, because this is the only place here in the front of the electric scooter with very wide screws, very fat screws. So this is, I think, the only solution to make this whole damper really secure and safe. Another option is to create this whole element as one piece, so it would go like here, but it will be longer and it will go there. But I'm not sure if it would be possible to put it on the place because of this part, which is very wide. But maybe if it would be created and it would be put firstly here, we can put it down like this, and then slide it down here, and then we will have those holes waiting for the new screw which will go here, because those 2 screws also has to be longer. And this is the only way, the only solution how we can make it stable and motionless, because at this moment there is a motion. I tried to screw it very hard, so hard that I break up this nest. It's broken at this moment, and this is more hard. The screws are much more harder than the stock ones. And even then, when I done that, I overscrew them. It wobbles further, so it's pointless actually, and also it's dangerous, because in some point those screw they break, and when they break, this whole element goes out and away, so it will be very dangerous with higher speeds. So it should be fixed, and if you do this, if you would fix it, then this damper will be the best damper on the market for electric scooters, because it will be very secure. At this point, at this moment, it's not very secure, and this is not the matter of the gear itself, but of the screws, and the fact that there is only 2 holes and 2 screws which put this element to this element. And I understand why it was done this way, because I think engineers who invent this idea, they thought that it would be nice to use some holes that exist in the scooter from the beginning, so the user don't have to think how to drill new holes and stuff like that. So it's a very cool idea, but it must be developed further, because those small holes which goes under this element, they are too small, and they weren't invented for those forces which came with this element. And this I think all I have to say about this problem. And I hope that you can create this new element, those two new elements, because you have I think all stuff needed to do this. For me, it's impossible to make it because I don't have CNC. I don't know the name. The CNC machine which can print in aluminum 3D. I don't have this kind of gear, so it's impossible for me to do this. And also, I think it's very ethical to do this the best as it's possible, because to be honest, this damper is very necessary item in the scooter. With higher speeds, without this damper, it's like asking for death, actually, because it's so dangerous to ride. The steering wheel is so unsecure because wobbles are so big, and this is the reason of the angle of the steering wheel and the wheel, which is almost straight down. It's not like in the motorcycle where the wheel is more in the front. So the wobbles are very, very dangerous in this scooter. So if you really want to do something that will be good for people and will secure them, so the users will live longer and happier and will be more safe, then also from the ethical point of view, this should be fixed, because at this point it's not very safe. And I hope that you understand this my point of view and what I'm saying here. If anything is not understandable for you, or because of my language, or because of some unclear ideas, please let me know. I want to be the part of this. If I can help, I will, because I'm always excited to cooperate with people who do amazing gear, which makes life more safe, more secure, and it's great to be even a little part of those kind of projects. So I hope it can be upgraded further. Thank you for watching, and please let me know, give me some feedback about all I spoke here about, and because it's also I'm very curious if it's possible to create this upgrade, and I really want to know how do you see it, and if anything can be done. So thank you for watching, and I hope you will contact me soon. See you. Good night.